This billionaire is already in his 80s. Once I marry him, I won't need to work. It's only a matter of a few years before he passes, and I'll inherit all his wealth, making me a billionaire. Adwo mused, lounging on her plush sofa in her Accra apartment, scrolling through her phone with a sly grin. Adwoa had grown up embracing the soft life philosophy. She believed a woman's role was to be pampered, not to toil. Her radiant ebony skin, cascading braids, and dazzling smile made her the talk of Accra's social scene. Yet, beneath her charm burned an insatiable hunger for wealth. Adwoa saw marrying a rich man as the fastest path to her dream life. "Why work when a man's money can do it all for me?" she'd boast to her younger sister, Esi. Esi, unlike Adwoa, was driven and independent. Fresh from her training as a textile designer, she often tried to reason with her sister. One evening, as they sat on the veranda of their family's modest home in OSU, Esi spoke up. "Adwoa, you can't keep living like this. Relying on men isn't a plan. You need to build something for yourself." Adwoa smirked, tossing her braids. "Esi, you worry too much. Why stress when rich men are ready to spoil me? All I need is to look stunning and live well." "That's not sustainable," Esi countered, her voice firm. "What happens when the money stops? When you're no longer the young beauty they chase?" Adwoa laughed. "By then, I'll be married to a billionaire." "Relax, Esi." Shaking her head, Esi muttered, "I hope you don't regret this one day," before retreating inside. Later that evening, Adwoa's best friend, Mame, pulled up in her sleek white SUV. Mame shared Adwoa's mindset. Life was for enjoyment, and men were the key to funding it. "Girl, get ready. We're hitting the hottest club in Accra tonight," Mame announced, stepping out with a confident swagger. Adwoa's eyes sparkled. "Who's the target tonight?" "I met this guy last week, loaded. If he's not my vibe, I'll pass him to you," Mame said with a wink. Adwoa laughed, giving her friend a high five. "That's why you're my girl." An hour later, dressed in shimmering outfits, they strutted into the club, turning heads. Mame pointed to a man in the VIP section. "That's him, Kwame. Owns hotels across Accra and beyond." Adwoa's eyes gleamed as they approached. Kwame's gaze shifted from Mame to Adwoa. "Who's this?" he asked, flashing a warm smile. "This is Adwoa," Mame introduced. Kwame took Adwoa's hand. "You're as radiant as the Ghanaian sun." Adwoa blushed. "Thank you, Kwame. I've heard great things about you." The night was a blur of laughter, drinks, and lavish spending. Kwame, charmed by Adwoa's beauty, spared no expense. By the end, Adwoa was certain she'd found her next mark. The next morning, Esi confronted Adwoa. "You were out so late again. Don't you think this lifestyle is too much?" Adwoa rolled her eyes. "Esi, I had fun. That's what matters." "Fun for how long?" Esi snapped. "You're nearly 30 with nothing but designer bags to show for it." "Don't be jealous of my good life," Adwoa retorted. "Jealous?" Esi scoffed. "I just don't want you to regret chasing empty dreams." Later, Mame called with news. "Kwame wants us to join him in Cape Town next weekend." Adwoa's excitement drowned out Esi's warnings as she planned for the trip, blind to the risks. One Friday, Adwoa and Mame visited an exclusive lounge in Accra, rumored to attract Ghana's elite. The venue oozed opulence, with gold-trimmed decor and velvet seats. As they sipped cocktails, a group of older men entered, their tailored suits and gold watches screaming wealth. Mame nudged Adwoa. "That's old money right there." Adwoa giggled. "Old is right. They're ancient. Who cares about age when there's money?" Mame replied. "A frail man, easily in his 80s, approached with a cane and a gold watch. "Good evening, ladies. I'm Mr. Mensa. May I join you?" His raspy voice carried a gentle warmth. Mame hesitated, but Adwoa smiled. "Sure, why not?" Mr. Mensa sat, his eyes on Mame. "You have a lovely smile," he said. Mame forced a grin, while Adwoa hid her amusement. He revealed he was retired from the gold mining industry, living a life of comfort. Mame, uninterested, shot Adwoa a pleading look. Adwoa leaned in. "Mr. Mensa, you seem like a wonderful man." "Mame's shy, but she appreciates you." Before Mame could protest, Adwoa added, "Why don't we exchange numbers? You could show us the good life." Mr. Mensa chuckled, handing Adwoa his phone. She entered Mame's number, ignoring her friend's glare. Once he left, Mame hissed, "Why would you give him my number?" "Relax, Mame. He's our jackpot. Old and rich, he'll spoil you and won't ask for much," Adwoa said. Mame frowned. "He's too old, Adwoa. It's weird." "He's perfect," Adwoa insisted. "Stick with him, and you'll be set." Mr. Mensa called Mame the next day, and Adwoa coached her through it. "Be sweet, not desperate," she whispered. Mame reluctantly agreed to dinner. When she returned, Adwoa pounced. "How was it? Did he spoil you?" Mame sighed. "He's nice, but it's strange. He gave me this." She showed a gold necklace. Adwoa's eyes lit up. "See? I told you." Encouraged by Adwoa, Mame kept seeing Mr. Mensa, but Adwoa grew jealous. She wanted his wealth for herself. One evening, she searched his name, Kwabena Mensa, and gasped. He was a billionaire, a titan in gold and real estate. Her mind raced. Age no longer mattered, he was her ticket to billions. Adwoa devised a plan. Visiting Mame with pastries, she waited until Mame left the room, then grabbed her phone and memorized Mr. Mensa's number. Later, she called him. "Hello, Mr. Mensa. It's Adwoa, Mame's friend from the lounge," she said sweetly. "Adwoa? What a surprise," he replied. "I couldn't stop thinking about you," she lied. Flattered, Mr. Mensa agreed to dinner. Adwoa wore a borrowed dress, charming him effortlessly. Soon, he showered her with gifts, jewelry, a car, and cash. Adwoa flaunted her new life online, ignoring Mame's call. Mame visited Adwoa and saw the new car. "Whose is this?" she asked. "Mine," Adwoa smirked. "How?" Mame demanded. "Is this Mr. Mensa's doing?" Adwoa shrugged. "You didn't want him, so I stepped in." Mame's face reddened. "You stole his number. How could you?" "Relax, Mame. You called him too old." "I just took the opportunity you missed," Adwoa said. "You betrayed me." Mame shouted, storming out. Adwoa sipped champagne, unfazed. She was living her dream, but cracks were forming. Mr. Mensa, smitten, proposed to Adwoa at a lavish restaurant. "You make me feel alive, Adwoa. Will you marry me?" Adwoa, eyeing the massive diamond ring, feigned tears. "Yes, Kwabena." In her mind, she saw only the wealth she'd inherit. The wedding was a spectacle, with a custom gown and a 5-star venue in Accra. But Mame, hearing of the engagement through gossip, confronted Adwoa at a boutique. "You stole him and hid it." Mame yelled. "You didn't want him." Adwoa shot back. "Why are you mad?" "You're a snake," Mame spat. "This won't end well, Adwoa." Adwoa brushed it off, but Mame's words lingered. As Mrs. Adwoa Mensa, she lived a fairy tale, private jets, designer clothes, trips to London and Dubai. But Mr. Mensa's health declined. He grew frail, canceling plans due to fatigue. "Maybe see a doctor," Adwoa suggested, secretly relieved. His passing would secure her fortune. When Adwoa became pregnant, Mr. Mensah was thrilled, pampering her. Their son, Kofi, was born healthy, but Mr. Mensah's health plummeted. On his 85th birthday, at a grand party, he collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. As he lay dying, he confessed, "Adwoa, my wealth came from a ritual. 5 years ago, I was broke. A moon promised me billions, but only for 5 years. Then I'd die and everything, money, properties, would vanish." Adwoa's world crumbled. "You mean it's all fake?" she screamed. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I thought I could cheat fate." Days later, Mr. Mensah passed. As he predicted, his empire vanished, accounts frozen, properties repossessed. Adwoa was left with nothing but a child and a broken dream, her betrayal of Mame, and her greed leading to her ruin.